Tillman.
Chaka.
And this is Anxiety Twins. Thanks for listening to us. We are a Portland comedy couple out here just recording a podcast.
There are a lot of those, so I guess we are one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, we're one of the few.
We should do a roundtable where we invite all of the comedy couples of Portland.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. It won't be exciting at all. No.
Why not?
I don't know.
We all like to talk. It's kind of our thing.
We do. I don't know.
It'd be like Red Table. You'll cry.
We'll talk about it.
Come on.
All right.
Also, I got my blanket with me. Look today. It looks like a concha.
I got the concha blanket.
Friend gave it to me, and at first I was like, what ridiculous thing.
And then
I could never possibly, I couldn't accept this.
And now look at you.
I travel with it. I bring it to
All
shows.
right. To anyone's listening, there is a blanket that looks like a concha.
And you're missing out.
And you're missing out if you're not watching on YouTube.
It's much earlier than usual, too.
Yeah, we're recording a little earlier than we usually do, but, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with you.
So what do we want to get into today?
I was just planning my mom's birthday weekend.
Mm-hmm. What are you guys doing?
So yesterday, while at a show, I booked a hotel, and then I canceled it, and then I booked another hotel, and then I canceled it, and I booked another hotel, and then I canceled it. And then this morning...
Could it be possibly because you were being distracted by the show?
Maybe. And then this morning I booked another hotel, and I canceled the previous one, and now we're good to go. That's
nice.
why I was going to say the name of the platform that I use. And that's why I always use
yeah.
the platform that lets me cancel 14 times.
So, multitasking, yes or no?
I mean, I was in the green room alone.
And
I'm just dumb.
But you were still in the middle of shows. You were still thinking about shows, and you were...
I was done with my part, though.
Okay.
I had already hosted 2 shows, and I was just waiting for the show to be over. But I just kept changing my mind because, like, if you've been to the Oregon coast, it's like, it's all the same, kind of.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to be as close to Tillamook as possible because there's really no need to drive up and down the coast if it all looks the same. Except in Pacific City, you're allowed to drive on the beach, which I really want to do because I'm bringing my mom. It's my mom's birthday. I don't want to make her walk.
Yeah.
I don't want to make her do long walks on the beach if she doesn't enjoy that. I'm bringing...
That would not be in her dating profile.
Yeah, her dating profile. It actually
we do not
says, I do not enjoy long walks.
No long walks on the beach, please.
And then I was like, hey, I have a surprise for you.
Drive on the beach.
Drum roll, please. Yeah, so I was planning on driving on the beach, and then I'll bring her a chair so she can just sit there, and she'll be like, perfect.
Nice.
This is all I wanted. And coffee. Coffee at the beach and a chair. So that's why I kept canceling, because it was like, some of the hotels have an indoor pool, and some of them don't have a pool, and some of them have a kitchenette, which I do want a kitchenette, because we're bringing Isabel, who is 8. I know how old my kid is. I was like, wait. Yeah. She's 8.
It's close enough. You can ballpark it.
Yeah, just 8-ish, elementary age.
she's this age.
She's that tall. I've done that on stage, and then I was like, that's hacky, girls. Don't do that. People have done it before. She can do well at a restaurant, but like after a long day of being at the beach and then playing at the pool, and then like my mom's there, and I thought it'd be easier to just like bring something and eat dinner in the room after a long day. So kitchenette, indoor pool is like, I have so many requirements, and close to the drive up beach, and I kept changing it up. And then my mom was like, oh, I actually don't want to go on my actual birthday. I want to go the next day. So it's a Saturday. We're going on a Saturday.
What's she doing on Friday? What's she doing on her birthday?
She doesn't want to cancel work. I thought we had agreed that she was going to cancel work, and she was like, no, like I can cancel on Saturday, because she works almost every day except for Sunday. She was like, I can cancel work on Saturday, but I can't cancel Saturday and Friday. Who do you think I am, a Rockefeller? She said that to me.
I believe she did.
Yeah.
I believe that sounds...
With that New York accent for no reason. What do you think we are, Rockefellers? She hasn't... I don't know. I mean, whatever.
How is the Rockefeller family now? Are they still...
I don't know how they are. They don't really... They can afford to not tell us who they are.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
They're like, where are they? None of your business. That's at the top of the Rockefeller. Probably they have apartments there.
So, how long are you staying? It was just the weekend?
Just one night.
Just one night?
It's so much work
So
to
Sunday?
figure out. Well, I was gonna do 2 nights, but if we don't leave on Friday, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
So here's the itinerary.
Mm-hmm.
I can say words. We're going to go to her house Friday, which is her actual birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to make her a sugar-free cake because she's on no sugar right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next morning we'll go to the beach, drive up to the beach, and then we'll go to the hotel, which is not right in front of the drive-up beach, but it is beachfront, just like 20 minutes down the road.
Adjacent?
Beach
adjacent?
Beach drive-up adjacent. And then just a whole day of beach, eating dinner in our room,
Nice.
and then head back.
All right.
And then Sunday on the way back, we want to see Freaky Friday 2.
That's coming out that weekend?
It comes out on the 8th.
Ooh.
So on the 10th, we're going to be one of the first intense people on there.
Mm-hmm.
You can get one of those buckets. Have you seen the merch for the...
Yeah, what is the bucket for Freaky Friday 2?
The soda is the popcorn bucket, and the popcorn bucket is the soda. It's good. Don't roll your eyes at it.
I guess. All right. Yeah. All right.
So you hate it?
I mean, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know why my voice is getting so high.
I don't know. I mean, the bucket thing is a weird. I'm surprised that that's a thing that worked. It seemed like they were just throwing things against the wall, trying to get people into theaters. Like, we'll have better sound, and we'll do this, we'll do that, and then they're just like popcorn buckets.
People were like, "Give us buckets,"
and people just.
I would become one of those people if it wasn't because I don't know where I'm going to put all these goddamn buckets.
Yeah.
Where are you going to put them?
It's a lot of buckets.
Just pile them up. I have no room for all that.
I feel like the first one was it Dune? I feel like there was another one. But I feel like Dune was one of the first ones that had a bucket.
I thought you were saying the first Freaky Friday was Dune.
Yeah, the first Freaky Friday was Dune, yes.
Confusing.
It's a very confusing movie. So many twists and turns.
One of them becomes a Dune. She was like, Mama, I'm a Dune now. Look at me.
A lot of twists and turns. No, I feel like the first bucket that they did was Dune. And then I know the Wolverine and Deadpool one was kind of a big deal. I'm trying to think of the other ones. But I don't know. They
did one for Snow White, even though no one went to see it. So there's probably a bunch of buckets somewhere. Oh, yeah. They ended up in the landfill. Great.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Fill it up with dirt.
Yeah, they used to do it for like fast food franchises. Like Taco Bell would have something, and McDonald's would have something. But
right, like they had the little figurines. So they still do that.
Yeah,
maybe they do. We just don't go there.
Yeah, but then also they would have I know for like Batman, like one of the early like maybe like 90s or 2000 Batmans or something, they had like a fancy cup or something that was, it was shaped like, I don't know, Batman's head or something. I don't know, but I don't remember anything about it. I just know that they did have one. That's
a hard sell.
Yeah,
shaped like a head. Would you like to drink out of it?
I mean, is it any different than what the buckets are now? I mean, drinking out of a Dune
picture. They're not like shaped like someone's body. That's weird.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah, there used to be like tie-ins with like fast food places, and it makes more sense to do it to have like a bucket at the theater.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
But back then, we didn't have to work so hard to get people into theaters. People just
weren't doing all that. They were like, "That's fast food work."
Yeah. So now, instead of having a tie-in to fast food,
I remember that. I remember like going to Burger King, because Burger King in Mexico, or maybe in the 90s, it was good. Like, you could see, like, it looked like a real burger. I don't think I've been to Burger King in a while, but it's like all squished down. That was a really good sound effect.
That was very nice.
It's amazing. Somebody's trying to do the dishes and be like, "Oh, don't fart in my ear." And then seeing like whatever the figurines are for the season, and I was, as you know, I've never watched movies much, so I'd probably be like, "Sure, I'll take one of those." Whatever that is. Was that Batman? Sure, give me one.
Are you getting your mom presents?
No, I don't think I'm getting her anything. I never know. Like one year, I got her this UV umbrella.
Say more about that.
It's like an umbrella that, like at the lifeguards at the pool have these umbrellas that are like shiny on the outside, so they reflect the UV rays and you don't get burnt. I got her one of those and she loves it, but she's kind of a minimalist. She doesn't really want to have a lot of shit around. So,
but would UV rays go through a regular umbrella?
Yeah.
They do.
Like plastic umbrellas for rain don't really work for UV rays. I mean, it's better than nothing, but it doesn't really, especially the ones that are see-through. But if it's like just a thin black material that it's meant to repel water, then it doesn't really do anything for the sun. And my mom loves Portland because it's always cloudy here.
So she hates the sun.
Yeah, and when the sun comes out,
hates the sun, hates long walks on the beach. Mom, we're gonna get you somebody.
And she doesn't like to have stuff that wasn't made before the 1800s.
So Valentine's Day is right around the corner. So we gotta work.
It's in a pattern. I think she's a vampire.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get her somebody. Somebody that, if anybody's listening, that you don't like the sun or long walks on the beach.
Yeah, like the show we were just watching, Acapulco, where she tries to set up her mom with someone else.
Oh yeah.
My mom's happily at home by herself. She doesn't need anybody around, just like messing with her vibe. She's always like, leave me alone. That's why I was saying she's a lot like you.
So the last thing you got her was the UV umbrella, and that was she enjoyed it. She liked
that was a hit. She still tells me about it, and whenever we go out, she was like, "Don't worry, got my umbrella."
Heck yeah! All right,
it's nice and safe. And it would be like 100 degrees, and she's wearing a long sleeve and pants, and she's got her sun umbrella. Like we live in a hot place where she's just, people who live in hot places wear long sleeve and pants when it's hot, because it's like if you were out there naked like how Portland people do when it gets sunny one day, you wouldn't survive. Like you wouldn't make it the whole year. It's a permanent feature. But I don't know. I don't want to get her anything else this year because it really has to be like,
she's not going to top that.
You can't. I can't top it. It has to be good. And so now that she's not eating sugar, I think the present is I'm going to make her a sugar-free cake, which I have to do some research about. I feel like it's probably going to have dates in it. She likes dates.
Okay.
Splenda, maybe. Splenda.
Yum.
The aftertaste of sugar. It's delicious. Do you ever wish you had a bite of something and then you could still taste it a few minutes later, but worse?
Splenda. Splenda, call us up. We will do. Splenda. We're doing ad reads for Splenda.
Yeah. This episode was brought to you by that weird sensation in the back of your tongue.
Do you enjoy that?
Next you go, what is that?
Oh, now I remember because I was tasting it a few minutes ago.
That's right. I hate it when they only, like I asked, last night I got a coffee at the comedy club because I'm fun. I was trying. I was tired. Yeah. It was like 9:30 already, and I was like, God, when will this end? I mean, I love being here.
I love comedy.
It's
9:30. I want to go home.
But this is my bedtime, bro. Like I didn't understand that if I host a show that starts at 9:15, I would potentially still be there at 9:30. Yeah. And also, it didn't start on time anyway. So, but I asked for sugar, and they only gave me Splenda, and I was like, "That's not what I asked. Why do you hate me? The staff here hates me."
Yeah, they were like, "We know that you probably should cut that back on the sugar."
So in the green room, I found some honey.
Maybe the headliner asked for no sugar. He was like, no sugar anywhere.
They're not
addicted to sugar. Don't have it anywhere near me.
I don't want it near me.
Splenda only.
Then he grabbed 8 packages, poured them all in his coffee.
Nice.
Delicious. Nobody else was drinking coffee. It was just me. I'm sure they made a fresh pot for the staff and me. I'm also staff. So,
do you usually do stuff with your mom? Because I feel like last year you didn't do anything.
I swear we did. And you are making me feel like I didn't, but I don't.
I mean, maybe you did. I just don't remember. I mean, you probably just went over to see her. I feel like that's probably. Well,
it's like this year my sister's not here. She's in Paris because she's too cool. So my mom's actually alone for the first time, and I was like, I feel like we should go somewhere and not just like sit in the apartment. But yeah, in the past we've done other things. Like when Isabel was younger and my whole family was living here with me. Isabel and my sister stayed behind. It was bedtime. They went to bed, and my mom and I went out for drinks. So,
ooh,
I know, okay. Crazy.
You went out for drinks with your mom?
Yeah, we were back by 10.
How often? I don't think my parents quit drinking when I was like a teenager, and I've like drank a beer in front of them, but I've never like
not with them.
Never like went drinking with my parents. So.
Yeah, and that. Obviously, you were a teenager, so you didn't overlap.
Yeah, so their drinking and my drinking never overlapped.
My mom has always had a thing about like Americans overdo it a lot with everything, like in general.
Mm-hmm.
So when you ask for tequila, everybody's like, "Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
crazy party girl! Like, what are you doing?" I was like, "I'm ordering one drink.
Yeah, I
like
think it's
I'm gonna
just
drink it and then I'll be done."
people were just drinking bad tequila, and they thought that you can drink it. Like you could take a shot of tequila and be good. You can probably drink like if you're drinking a beer, you're gonna drink a couple maybe.
Yeah.
Like not me. I usually don't, but like a couple. You
You'll
can have a couple
terrible
shots.
hazy beer with
Yeah.
dinner and then be done.
Yeah, or you can have.
I like how you just ordered. You didn't even.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna acknowledge.
Consider.
Yes, I enjoy.
fighting me.
I enjoy an IPA, a hazy IPA.
Ooh. You're not from Portland. You moved here for this
Exactly.
reason.
But I guess like a tequila, it just has that strong. If you're drinking like a cheap one, it has a strong, like it hits you like really hard.
Yeah.
So you feel, I don't know. Yeah, I think like
you think that's where the fame of it.
Yeah, I think it just came from that. It's just white people in general. That's usually the start of everything. Bad.
Comma. Bad.
No, it's just like frat guys drinking it and
like people crossing the border to go party.
Yeah. And you're going to overindulge because you're like, oh, I'm in another country. And, so I think it just got a bad rap because of racism.
You should write a book called Everything is
Racism.
Yeah. I'll find a way. And it is.
I mean,
always find a way. It always goes back to that. Yeah, I remember when I moved to New York, I was 19 and I had already been allowed to drink for like legally 1 year, but in quinceañeras 3. But I was never like shit faced. Like it's because it's social. Like everybody was having drinks and the whole family is at the quinceañera, so you're not gonna like get wasted at a quinceañera. But if everybody's like, here we like made fun little fluty shots and you'll have one and then just kind of like know what it's like. I don't know. And then go to New York at 19 and they're like, no, you're not allowed to drink for 3 more years.
Yeah, weird.
Sorry, bro.
But
that's when I got shit faced.
Nice.
When they were like, you can't do it.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it is.
You can't stop me now.
Because some places don't have a drinking age at all. And they generally do fine with. Obviously there's no such thing as underage drinking if there's no underage. But they generally don't have as big an alcohol problem just because it's not like this crazy thing that you do when you're 20.
Yeah.
When you turn 21, you feel like you just have to go crazy. And
it's weird. Growing up, my dad didn't really drink very much. It's weird because he's like 6 feet tall. And I think if he had one drink, I don't think that would do much to him. But I don't know, he didn't drink much growing up. And my mom usually would make like, if friends were coming over, she would make like sangria or something. But yeah, that was like normal. And then now she still enjoys the tequila drink. And my grandma will have like a little nightcap. I remember when we were living with my grandma for a little bit, my mom would bring her like a little nightcap to bed because she didn't want to get up. She just had her little shot and she was like, okay, good night. Get all cozy with her concha blanket.
So back to the IPA. So the reason why I drink an IPA because it has a higher alcohol content. So I won't steal
them from you because nobody else wants those in this.
No, it just has a higher alcohol content. So like when you drink it,
one is good.
Like you're good. Like if somebody's just drinking like a Pilsner or something with a lower, like you're drinking, you got to drink a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And then you just end up just being full. And I just want something that's going to give me a little buzz.
Well, but you also drink, what is it, bourbon?
Yeah, I drink bourbon and whiskey, yeah.
Yeah. I will usually drink the lighter beers just because they taste less gross. And I'll usually only have a beer if we do a show at a brewery where they don't have anything else. And I'm like, sure, I'll have a beer or just not have anything. And then I don't feel any kind of buzz. And I'm like, okay, well, that was terrible.
Well, then exactly. There's no reason.
But I don't want to sit through the taste of a giant IPA. I'm like, I'm not going to make it. And it doesn't matter what the percentage is. If I only drink a third of it, I'm not going to manage. I don't hate like the flavor of lighter beer, but I would still always prefer a drink.
And I told you that I grew up in a dry county, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird.
Yeah, I think when you told me that, I was like, how old are you? Was this in the 1930s?
Yeah, prohibition.
The prohibition
Yeah, I'm
era.
134 years old.
Well, you don't look a day after 129.
Aw, thanks. Yeah, it was weird because I did like you don't see like alcohol in like grocery stores or anything, and I remember
You don't hear either, but there is like
they
liquor
have
store.
they have
store
beer.
looks way sketchier than if they just had
Yeah.
alcohol.
Well, in Portland, or I'm assuming all Oregon, they have beer in grocery stores, but they don't have like spirits,
Yeah.
meaning hard liquor.
If it is,
And you have to
all
go
of
to a
Oregon,
different store.
There's some towns that are so small that I can imagine going to liquor stores like a whole fucking thing. Like, great, now I gotta drive 35 minutes to the other store.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is that like, so my parents were drinking when I was younger, but we lived in a dry county. So you have to like drive all the way to the city limits to buy it and like bring it back. And
well,
like,
that's what we were saying. The prohibition makes it so people want to drink more.
Yeah. So it is, my parents would just go to a bootlegger's house. Like the phrase bootlegger just makes it sound like it's from the 1940s.
Yeah,
but
your
that's
mom's wearing a long string of pearls. Dad's got suspenders on.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all.
going to the movie Sinners. My parents were in Sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
black and white for no reason.
But
it's a memory.
It's weird because they would just go down the street to like this woman's house. Her name was Big Sister. Or maybe her name was Little Sister. I honestly don't remember. It was Big Sister or Little Sister.
Name, but okay.
That's what literally everyone called her, no matter.
That's her nickname.
Yeah, their nick. Yeah, I think her name was Little Sister. Yeah, and we just called her that. And she would just have alcohol at her house, and apparently they never got raided because they were fine. But everyone would.
It eventually became a non-dry county.
In like somewhere in the 2000s, I wasn't living there anymore when it happened, but in the 2000s, they changed the rules. So now you can have beer and wine in stores, like in the county, but you can't have spirits, which is like hard liquor, like bourbon or whiskey or whatever. So you still have to go to the county line if you want to get that. If you want to get whiskey, you have to do
also, that distinction has always seemed silly to me.
I don't know. I mean, it is stronger, I guess, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I think
people can ruin their lives on wine. It's doable.
So
if you really, really want to.
Yeah. And it's still like that to this day. I believe it's still like not dry, but you have to, if you want a whiskey, you have to go to the county line to go get it.
Yeah. One of the first jokes I wrote was about when we were in Germany, I saw the bridges that don't have any like fences or anything. Like if you wanted to jump off a bridge, you could. And I think I've always been just fascinated by this like Americans' need to like police people's behavior. And I think that's kind of similar. It's like, yeah, I mean, if you want to ruin your life, go ahead. Like it's kind of like nobody can tell you what to do. And if you wanted to drive up to the county border and then drink tequila all night and wake up naked, you could do that. Like there's like making these like small distinctions of like there's a fence on the bridge. There's like all this.
I mean, instead of the fence on the bridge, we should do more about people's mental health. I feel like that's the answer as opposed to.
Yeah. Instead of like the Band-Aid, it's infantilizing people that they can't make these choices for themselves, but then there's no support for like actual life.
Yeah, if you got people jumping off a bridge, you have bigger problems.
Right. So that was part of the joke. Is like, you know, Germany has like free healthcare. So if you really want to jump off a bridge, well then fine. I don't even know what else can I offer you. They can make you stay. Serious.
Anything else about your mom's birthday you want to talk about?
No, I guess I wanted to ask you about like what you guys did for birthdays because I feel like
what do you feel?
That's a silly story that I want other people to tell me that I'm right and that you had a weird childhood.
I never had a birthday party.
Boo!
So yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
pretty weird.
But it's because I mean, you know why? It's because my birthday is December 30th,
Yeah.
and it's just if you have
But-
a birthday between like those last 2 weeks of the year, you're just out of luck.
I don't know. I disagree. But then, did your siblings have birthday parties?
I mean, I remember like my oldest brother, he had birthday parties like when he was a teenager. I don't know. I only remember one of his birthday parties. It was a house party. That's the only one I remember. He was like 16.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one I remember. I mean, but and then and my
16,
brother
like,
and my
he
brother
probably
is
did that
and my brother is like
himself.
7 years older than I am. So
Mhm.
there's a big gap. And my second oldest brother, I don't remember any birthday parties for him. And his birthday is December 4th, so there's no real reason. My sister,
No real reason
no,
besides him having a birthday.
no, I mean, there's no reason for them not to throw him a birthday
Oh, I
party.
see,
It's
okay.
December 4th.
Mhm.
I mean,
That's
they
doable.
could have, yeah, it
That's after Thanksgiving,
yeah,
but before
definitely could've-
Christmas, perfectly
definitely
placed.
could have happened.
As my sister is December 5th.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You knew that?
5th? I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
Or maybe I did. I don't know. And then my sister generally had like some type of celebration. Maybe it wasn't like at the house, but there would be something that was happening because it was her birthday is in May. It's like the end of the school year,
Mhm.
and there would be stuff. So I think
Was
Michael,
she,
my
like,
little sister,
Very intensive. Like, you guys, I have to have this. Like, was she advocating for herself?
I think
Or you just happened to
probably.
work out?
I think it was a little of both. I
Mhm.
think like she wanted something, and my parents wanted to do something, and it just
It's
kind of
just a better time of year.
yeah. It's just a good time of year to do that, and there was friends around and everything, and yeah. So I personally didn't like really grow up like celebrating my birthday much, other than like my family. We'd have like a dinner at home, be like, happy birthday. Maybe like my aunt or something would buy me some. Like what most people did was they would buy me something at Christmas time and be like, "Oh, this is for
Mm-hmm.
your birthday too," or whatever.
So, no,
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
So
That's
that's
a Christmas present.
that's usually what happens if anyone
Yeah.
does do anything. But like no one wants to party on the day before the biggest party of the year, December 31st. So
I don't think it matters. And I think for Mexicans, we were pretty tamed on parties in my house, but compared to you, we were crazy. Like, Mexicans will like throw, the saying is like throw the house out the window for a party, like a quinceañera party. And I didn't really want to have a big quinceañera party, but I would have a big birthday party every year. There was always a theme. I was dressed up as a princess, and we would rent a place, and like the whole class would come. Something. I guess as I got older, it got smaller. Like, I was like, I just have 4 good friends, because that's how it is. Like, when you're young, everyone's your friend, and then when you get like cliques form or whatever, and you're just like, I have 4 good friends, they can come.
yeah, and I also didn't really care about having a birthday party.
Yeah,
After the first few years, it was like, yeah,
you're
whatever.
a loner.
I do remember like one time we went to the movie. I told you like the first movie I ever saw in the theater was Three Amigos, because it was just it was just coming out that weekend. And I looked into, I've said this before to you, but I'm going to say the oldest sentence that I've ever said in my life. We looked in the newspaper to see what movie was playing at the theater. And
lo and behold, when you got there, it was true.
It was true.
Crazy.
Three Amigos was playing, but also The Golden Child was playing, which is like an Eddie Murphy movie, which at the time, like this is the 80s, Eddie Murphy is the biggest thing in the world. And my brothers were like, "You don't want to go see Golden Child? Like it's Eddie Murphy." I was like, "No, I wanted to see this." And so that's what we went to go see.
And you've always been the black sheep for that.
And to be honest, to this day, like Golden Child is not remembered as a good movie, but Three Amigos is.
Yeah, you were right.
I had good taste.
What can I say?
I knew what I was doing.
You do have good taste.
She's fluffing her hair for anyone that,
Fluffing my hair.
That's
We also looked at the movies in the newspaper.
mhm.
I think we did that for a long time. I never know if it's like technology, if like that's how it was, or if it was just because it was Mexico. We were like 10 years behind on technology. Like we would get the newspaper, and actually last time I went to visit, my uncle was looking at the movie thing
In the newspaper.
Yeah.
Wow. Well then, yeah.
Well,
Maybe it's just in
a
Mexico.
small town, so like the newspaper is for that town.
Mhm.
So they're like, what else can we put in this pages? We're like running out of content. And in Mexico, there's also like all the options for the movie. So a movie comes out and is like the movie, what's it called? Dubbed, like
Mhm.
dubbed to Spanish
Mhm.
with English subtitles, or you can watch it in English with Spanish subtitles, or you can watch it dubbed with no subtitles.
Mm.
There's like 3 options for every movie. So like whenever you're trying to pick what movie you want to see, you have to see like, okay, this is the kind I want it dubbed in this language with this language subtitles, and then it's like, oh fuck, that's not the time that I wanted. The other one's like all in Spanish, and it's gonna look weird when people talk and they move their mouths and it doesn't match.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
So like I remember that being like my teenage friends and I looking through the like somebody always had like, I have a preference, I want to watch it in this language, and it was like, no, but then I have to read, and we were just fighting over that.
Yeah. So how do you do with movies that, like international movies that you have to read?
I don't love that.
No.
I mean, if it's like the movie's good enough, I guess I'll be like, oh, I guess I can do it. But I grew up bilingual, so like if a movie comes out in Spanish, I'll watch it in Spanish. If it comes out in English, I'll watch it in English. If it's in Korean, then I'm out. Like I was like, this is the first time like a lot of stuff is in English and Spanish, so I have the privilege of not having to do subtitles if I don't have to. Like we're watching Acapulco right now, and sometimes when the scenes are in Spanish, they have subtitles. I'm not reading that. Sometimes I'll read it just to like see, and I'm like, that's not what happened. Anyway, I don't need to worry about that. But I remember growing up, I was like, that's a job I want, because I swear they never get the translation right, and I feel like I could do better.
They probably just type it in Google Translate and be like, there you go. But
I don't know.
I feel
I would.
there were scenes in that show where they were speaking Spanish and I was reading it and I was laughing and you weren't. So I was wondering what was happening.
Oh, like what? We just watched it this morning.
So there's a part where there's a guy, he's the maintenance guy. I mean, he's not really the maintenance guy, but he
Mamo?
helps. Yeah. No, not Mamo.
The laundry guy?
No, not the laundry guy.
Oh.
The one that they wanted to be the mother's
right.
boyfriend. I don't
Chad?
remember his name.
He wants to be the mother's boy. Oh, that's right. Enrique or something. Like
So
that.
he
With
would.
an E.
He's like a next door neighbor, and he was trying to like fix stuff.
He comes over and it's like wink, wink.
Yeah.
Fix the sink.
But they were the two girls, her daughter and her friend, were talking like, we need to find somebody for mom so that we could, you get her out of our hair or something. And they were saying, we need to find someone. Oh, what about this person? What about this person? And then the friend says, what about this guy? Whatever his name is, the maintenance guy. And then she said, oh yeah. Then they refer to him and say, hey, do you know anybody?
I got
instead of being like, and they kept doing, they did that joke like 3 times.
Yeah,
and
they
like,
kept missing. I think that's why it wasn't funny the third time. I was like, yeah. It looks like it did never occurred to her that it could be. Oh, it was like he was in the kitchen, and then they were like, we need to think of somebody that mom could date, and he pops up and he's like, oh, hi Enrique. Anyway, let's get back to thinking who could date mom.
And they did it like 3 times, and like I laughed. I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But like
I think they did it too many times. I was like, we get it.
Okay, I was like, oh.
You don't consider Enrique an option.
Like,
the poor guy.
Maybe
like,
there's something different in the translation.
I've been thinking about it. I have a little note in my pocket. He turned British in my.
Do you think so? The lead, the guy who's telling the story, he's famous, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like they do that a lot with these type of stories
with famous people.
Yeah,
like they'll
have them. Yeah, they'll have them just narrate, because that's what happens in How I Met Your Mother.
Mm-hmm.
They have Bob Saget, who's a popular comedian, narrate it, and then I feel like, wasn't there some other show we were watching where like Robert De Niro was narrating it?
Maybe I wasn't watching that with you, but
It was in
terrible
Spanish.
example. Oh, that's right.
But
Yes.
it was like some popular, like really famous actor,
Robert De Niro.
American actor.
I think he was telling the story of him as a young man in Spain.
Yeah.
So like the whole show is like a Spanish show, but then pops in Robert De Niro like, and that's what happened. And you're like,
yeah. So they get like a famous person to just narrate it, so people will be like hooked, I guess, and then they just watch this other show.
I was going to give the example of Wizards of Waverly Place, which is a terrible show in comparison to any of those.
Who narrates that?
Well, they don't narrate it, but like they just restarted, tried to reboot it, and Selena Gomez is in it because she was originally in it.
But she narrates.
But she's just on the first episode. She's like, "Hey, I introduce you to this person," and then that's the arc, and she lives.
All right, see you guys. I'm out of here.
Gotta go do billionaire shit.
They tried to do that with, I remember, Scrubs.
And I think I bet for her Scrubs. It was even like, sure. Like she was like,
it was like, all right.
I don't want to fucking do one episode. I don't even want to be in the promo, dude. But she was like trying to be nice and like support other people's careers.
she owed somebody a favor.
Yeah, well, she's a Disney girl. Like she owes them everything, but that's not fun anymore.
But yeah, they tried to do that with Scrubs when they continued it.
I didn't even finish the original Scrubs.
Yeah, so when they like the main characters would like come in for like every now and then they would leave and then leave it to the younger cast to do everything.
That seems like either do all new cast or all old cast, but just
that's why the last season of Scrubs doesn't really work, just because they should have just named it. They should have just called it a different show or done something.
I should retry Scrubs because I feel like at the first time I watched it, I was like, I don't know, maybe my English wasn't that good, and I was like, this is going too fast. Like, too many things happen. There's a lot of...
Yeah, it is a lot.
Pew, 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 pew. I was like, God.
Yeah. I mean, it is for... At the time, there was no other show like it. The way it was shot.
What's like a good copy of that one, or like inspired off of Scrubs, newer one?
I mean, just the way that the camera would move. Like, instead of having a three camera setup, just like a regular like sitcom, it would like kind of dive into people's lives, and they would do like, first person POV shots, and it was shot on a single camera, and it was meant to look like a movie instead of just a regular like sitcom.
I didn't catch any of that. I was just thinking of the way people would jump into a seat and be like, I'm here now.
Yeah.
And you start talking, I was like, that's too much.
Yeah, it was kind of shot like it was almost like a cartoon, except for it was, real life. So, yeah.
Besides that.
Yeah. So, I mean, at the time you wouldn't notice it because you're not really thinking about it. But like if you look back at other shows that were going on at that time, it was like one of the first, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were talking about shows that have like narrators, like famous people. I think those are the only ones I could think of, though.
We were talking about the bad translation, like the way things can get badly translated. I don't know. I think Acapulco does a good job. I haven't read all of the subtitles because, again, I don't have to. But
brag.
I think sometimes it's more the other way around. Like the way they speak in Spanish is matching the way that they want to translate it in English. Like some people wouldn't speak that way, but because they have to translate and they're already like keeping that in mind, they say things like at the end of the day, which is not a saying in Spanish, or stuff like that. And also the way that they have to speak English with each other, even when nobody is around. I'm like, that's a little uncomfortable. Like you wouldn't do. The staff is like all guests are away. They're in the laundry room. Nobody's coming in here, and they're still speaking English with his childhood friend. Like that's really weird. Even with the boss, I'd be like, okay, he's the boss. They don't know each other at that level, and he keeps insisting that they speak English. So sure, but it's weird. And then whenever they have like an honest reaction, they're like, the Spanish comes out, and I'm like,
yeah. I do like the boss. The boss is wearing these dope leisure suits with the jumpsuit, which they're
like denim.
I feel like those are like from the 70s. So
well, and they're like also from every stand-up special from the 2019s to 2024.
What?
Everybody who was shooting a special was wearing a jumpsuit for a minute.
I don't.
Yes,
I don't remember that at
yeah,
all.
they did. Now we have to insert here pictures of Dave Chappelle, Chelsea Handler, everybody wearing a fucking jumpsuit.
He was wearing like I remember he wears one in one,
Yeah.
but like it's not that. It's not like it's a leisure
but it
suit.
is a jumpsuit.
Yeah,
It's a one piece.
It's a one piece, but like it's I guess what we would call a leisure suit, which is more from the 70s than 1985, but whatever.
Okay, those are his play clothes, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
He cut them out of the curtains. His play clothes.
Like the Von Trapp children.
Yeah. And then comes out like he's 7 kids and they're all wearing tiny leisure suits.
Nice.
Well, he doesn't seem to have a job there. He's just like, at first they made it seem like he was a hotshot.
Yeah, I'm not 100%.
Then you're like, how are you so available?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what his job is
and
now.
The owner of the place, that like blonde lady, is like way too involved in what goes on with the waiters and their trays. Like,
yeah,
it doesn't seem like something the owner would know or care about.
Yeah, I mean, I don't read too much into the.
It has to feel
show.
real.
Yeah,
I get really offended otherwise. Listen, this is about Mexico. You were talking about the guy that he's too famous to be doing a show like that, which I don't think.
Who's too famous?
The narrator of Acapulco.
I didn't say he was too famous. I'm saying like what they do is they get a famous person to narrate it, so that kind of like hooks people in.
The mic's over here. Why couldn't he just be in the show?
Because I do think maybe he's too famous for he is too famous for that show.
Why
like for that part of it.
His name.
Yeah, I think he's. I mean, I don't know. I mean,
it'll come to me.
He's probably in America. He's not famous, but
no, I think he lives in the United States. He has made it enough to like. He has a few movies, even though in the first few movies that he did in Hollywood, he was always like the Mexican guy that meets an American. Like that was the trope of the first few movies. It was like, I think one time he marries an American for citizenship, and then another time he's like someone's baby daddy and he doesn't know it. It's always like something like, I might be thinking of the same movie. He was in Dora, Eugenio Derbez. That's right. I knew that. We used to watch his sketches when I was growing up, and he's the son of an actress that's actually was way more famous than he was in Mexico.
You watched this show.
No, that's a different one.
No?
So La Familia Peluche is just that.
But he's not in that show?
Yeah, he is, but that's not like sketches. That's just a show about a family.
But I'm just saying that we've watched that show before.
Oh yeah.
How to Be a Latin Lover. That's the one I kind of remember.
There's that one about citizenship. I think it's this one.
Overboard, yeah.
Overboard.
And they both look terrible.
They're all about the same.
Yeah, they all look. Yeah, he had a dope 2015s.
Yeah.
He was killing it in America.
He was really trying to break into Hollywood, I think. I think he was in the Dora the Explorer movie, which was a bigger deal than all of these put together, but I never watched it because I don't like the regular Dora. That sounds annoying.
What's your issue with Dora?
She's pretty dumb and can't see what's right in front of her face.
I mean, it's for kids. Like, as a person that's never seen Dora the Explorer, it's for kids. Why is that bad?
Well, when that show came out, my sister was like 5, so I had to watch too much of it. And when I was watching it with my sister, Dora was teaching her English. And then when I moved to New York to babysit some kids, they were watching it to teach them Spanish. And I was like, I hate both angles. Like, this is terrible. And it's just like Blue's Clues, but worse. Like, Blue's Clues was fine. Like, okay, I get it. You need help with stuff.
Yeah, but that feels like it's for little kids. It's not for like really little kids. Really?
I think they're about the same, like preschool / kindergarten, both of them. But Dora's always like, can you tell me where my microphone is? And you're like, it's right in front of your face. It's in front of your face, sir. She's like, I don't know what it looks like. Can you say micrófono? Reach out to me. I'll do her voice even though I hate it.
Please. I think I saw something where like her cousin or something gets his own show or something like that.
Yeah, I watched Diego as well.
Diego gets his own show.
Terrible. Yeah.
Equally terrible.
Diego lives in a different.
What's the difference?
He's like lives in a different zone. I think they were just like, well, boys are not gonna relate to this girl in all purple and pink outfits, so they became Diego. Diego has a better intro song.
Okay.
And a weird family situation. I think I don't quite remember. I think it's not like mom, dad, monkey. The traditional family.
Traditional monkey, as one has it.
I don't know where she's supposed to live. She has a monkey. The classic family structure: mom, dad, monkey. Yeah. Diego has a different pet. Maybe it's like a jaguar or something way more dangerous.
Nice.
He's like, I'm a boy. I'm not scared of nothing. And he like goes down in a zip line to get down from his house. It's like, it's a lot. They're really, really pushing it. But yeah, he has a cool intro song. And I don't remember as much of that show, but I feel like he's less dumb, which feels rude. Like at this point, it's like, just make him equally dumb.
Are they the same age?
I think so. Yeah. Or maybe Diego's for slightly older kids. I don't know. I hope that's what it is and it's not sexism. Let's go with that.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah, Diego's just older and less stupid. But he's not like, can you say zip line? Or maybe he is.
All right, so do you want to talk about the show last night?
Yeah.
The hosting show?
Look at me. Yeah, of course. You had a show. Let's talk about yours first. You were like 2 blocks away from me at your own show.
No.
Oh, that's tonight.
Tonight you have a show, and I'm a block away from you.
You're gonna be a block away.
But last night, I did a show only because you canceled because you had to do that
I
show.
said I volunteer Lee H. Tillman, and they were like, accepted, because it's easier for them to not have to figure out who else is available.
But they needed you for that show because there were no women on that show.
Yeah, you're saying I'm the DEI hire?
Yeah, I think that's exactly what was happening.
Glad we agree on that.
We needed it was all dudes.
They needed that woman.
I mean, but it was a good show. It's a show I've done it. It's been a long time since I've done it, but it was a fun show. It was like one of those crowds it's a big kind of not a huge room, but it's a medium-sized room.
The ceilings are high. It's a brewery.
Yeah, it's a brewery, and there's about maybe 25 to 30 people there, but they're all 10 feet away from you. Like no one wants to sit like right in front
so
because
you have to yell at them.
Yeah, so they're like way far from you. But I mean, they were a nice crowd. They were good. It was a fun show.
I feel like we should do like a PSA for all people out there. If you're going to a comedy show, most likely nobody will talk to you. Contrary to what you may see on social media. Not a lot of us don't thrive on crowd work, but I think because more and more social media shows the parts of the comedy when people talk to you, because I do remember doing that show like a year ago and people were sitting right at the front, and it could just be random, but I feel like people are like, yeah, don't talk to me, let me sit.
When there's more people, like if it's a full, like I've done it a couple times when it was
hey
full.
Guys, could you sit at the front?
I've done it like a couple of times where it was full, and that's the only time but generally speaking, if I do it and it's like half the room, they will sit like as far back.
Personally victimized by a comedian because he sat too close to them.
Yeah, I mean, people post that stuff because you don't want to burn your jokes.
Yeah,
and also, I don't know, if you do have an interesting interaction with a person in the crowd, it is fun to.
It's a one-time thing.
Yeah, it's a one-time thing. No one else, gets to see that. So I get it, but then like if that's all you're posting, then people think that's what comedy is.
Yeah. And that's kind of what happened at my show, where that guy that I opened for, hosted and opened, I was doing 2 things, only posts media, what am I saying? Crowd work. So the people who went to the show were very much there for that. And they were kind of talking back to me, and I was like, I don't really do that.
Yeah, they wanted to do crowd work with you.
Yeah, they
felt like
but the other way around, like the crowd was working on me. I was like, guys,
they were like, why is she doing crowd work? She must need help.
I'll tell you something. I don't want to know. I don't want to hear it.
I'll give you a suggestion.
Here's a plane. Just throw words.
Give me a workplace.
Yeah,
I'll give you a workplace.
A priest, a clown, and a monkey walking through family structure.
I work in a dentist office. That anything?
does
That
that help you at all? No. Yeah, somebody like whistled at me in the middle of the show, and I was like,
what is this person's phone number
whoa.
and address? What
Yeah,
do they look like?
social security number.
Yeah. What do they look
You're
like?
gonna go find them.
We're gonna find them.
Then you're gonna be like,
All right, cool. Yeah, that makes sense.
put that information away. I don't actually care.
Oh, so you can whistle. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I just want to. I'm just taking a tally of
Knock on his door.
people that can whistle.
Yeah. Could you teach me? I've always wanted to know.
So, what do you do after the whistle?
Well, a lot of people reached out loudly from across the aisle. They were just like, "Yeah, queen," or something, and then like this guy whistled, and I was like, "Security, can we get this guy out of here?" I'm kidding, but also if you could, that would be nice.
Nice.
Yeah, and I just kind of kept going with my thing, and then towards the end of the show, the headliner did do crowd work. Like he has some material, and then at the end, he has like all figured out. And at the end, he does crowd work, and people went crazy. Like they could have done 2 hours of crowd work. They did not want to leave. Like they just wanted more. Like, also ask me. I'm a cheater.
Yeah, that's all they wanted.
They have 2 girlfriends. Ask me.
Yeah, that's all they wanted. They came. They wanted to see that, and they were like, "When is he gonna get?
Yeah.
When's he gonna ask me something?"
We've been here for an hour and a half. When is this gonna happen?
Like, I cheated on my wife for nothing.
I wanted to bring it up.
I wanted some positive out of this.
Yeah.
Something good to happen to this.
I mean, that's why I did.
I got divorced, lost the kids and everything. Something good's got to happen.
And this guy never asked me. Wow.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
But it was overall, you did 2 shows.
I did 2 shows.
And in between, you booked a hotel and
4
then
times.
canceled and booked another hotel.
I like to think of myself as very productive in a mouse wheel kind of way. Ooh, you think they make those in my size? I forgot to do the Chihuahua
treadmill?
dog joke though, so I'll do that tonight.
Okay.
I don't know how that'll go.
I'm going to yell out Chihuahua.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're gonna ruin my
I'm going to
joke?
yell out Chihuahua dog.
Yeah. And I'll just cry on stage. I wasn't at that part yet.
In case you know, I thought you forgot. I'm sorry. Continue. Everyone forget.
You're doing great, baby. And then you whistle at me. Some guy taught me back here.
and then I walk out.
Yeah. Peace. See you home. Butterscotch. I'm also doing, in September, I'm doing the immigrant story show that I just had a lot of feelings about this morning.
Let's talk about those feelings.
I am very frustrated. We've been working on this forever. And I originally, so let me set it up first. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. There's this thing, I think it's in Portland only, called the Immigrant Story. And they do an annual show where they feature, like, I think, 4 to 5 people that are immigrants, and they share their stories in like a theater type of place. And I heard about it through my old work where I no longer work, but they told me like, maybe you would want to do this. So before I met them for the first time, and they kind of told me how it works, and I kind of told them like what I think my story focus because it's the story of my whole life. So it's like, it's in 10 minutes. They want me to tell you my whole life in 10 minutes, and also like have an arc and like everything. So I was like, I think this is this is the focus that I want to have for these things. I was very clear on that from the beginning. And then I was like, okay, before our first meeting, when I'm actually meeting my like ghostwriter.
Before your first meeting?
Before my first meeting and after my 3rd dinner. Sometimes I get hungry at midnight. Last night I came home and I ate a bowl of rice randomly. I'm going to write something so that I have that ahead of time to show you kind of like what I'm thinking. And they were like, yeah, that's great, except if we change everything and then also make it different. I would really love it.
They were writing for a different immigrant.
Yeah. And the story of the immigrant story thing, like I went online and it was like a lot of them were really sad and very traumatizing. And I have had a pretty okay life, but I do have like things that I wanted to share. And those were like my focus. So they did a second draft because they didn't want to mess with my original draft, which honestly was a good thing in the long run because I want to go back to that one. And then we had an interview where they asked me pretty much everything about my life. And when I was answering those questions, I wasn't thinking like everything I'm saying is going to go in the story. I was just like answering the questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like for context, but not like everything doesn't have to go on there. And then the guy that kind of runs the thing took the second draft and created a third draft out of that. And I just spoke to him this morning and I asked, did you feed all of those stories to an AI generator and ask it to write something for you? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like an AI generator wrote this. And he was like, no, I wrote that. Well, some of the jokes are AI generated. And then later on, he said something like, and it's actually based off of Mrs. Maisel.
So he just completely fabricated your entire story.
It very much feels like he fed all those stories, all the drafts that we had and all the questions that they asked me.
He sounds like a movie studio when you ask him if they wrote the movie using AI.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, just...
just
kind of...
But also, it's like, think if like Mrs. Maisel was Mexican, but also she was Dora the Explorer. Does that make sense? Can we like put all that together and then like just shoot it out?
Yeah, it's wild.
So like to me, that sounds like he put all the stories into an AI generator and then said like, can you write something that's like a compilation of all this? And also it's kind of like, think Mrs. Maisel vibes. Because I am divorced, a comedian, single mom, whatever. Like I am Mrs. Maisel, Mexican Mrs. Maisel. But it's a very different story. And it's like, yeah, AI generator cannot take my job. That's my point. This is definitely the most I had to advocate for myself in a while. And it's ironic that the whole point of this is like to raise immigrant voices. And then they're like, could you be quieter?
I feel like once, they see you actually doing it, maybe that it'll click and be like, oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Because on his end, like he is being a jerk, but at the same time, he probably works with a lot of people, maybe a lot of people that are inexperienced. They aren't writers, they aren't performers. It sounds like no one else is a writer or performer. So I don't know, maybe he's just nervous and he just doesn't know how to do it without being a jerk.
I feel like to close off this story, I gotta read you a sentence from the one that I was supposed to do.
What do you mean?
From the AI generated
the one that he quote unquote wrote.
Yeah. Here. So when I was about 9, my parents decided to move to Torreon 5 hours south. They said Juarez was too dangerous, and honestly, they weren't wrong. But Torreon? ? It was escaping a fire by jumping into a frying pan, smaller, hotter, and still no way out. I spent my teenage years a bunch of different schools of fully decked out with barbed wire. And then he put Spanish in here, which I did not put any Spanish in my original story. And he has no right.
I mean, does the Spanish translate?
Parenthesis, Spanish. Y ese extra no es gratis. It does not. It makes no sense. And I never quite... And that extra is not free. Extra what? Barbed wire? And I never felt quite at home anywhere. I was always the observer, watching from the sidelines and looking over my shoulder.
Wow. Riveted.
So powerful.
Tears.
Like from the cake pop demon
just tears.
Slayer.
Streams of tears.
The, like cartoon tears.
K-pop tears.
It's so sad. I relate to none of this because that was written
by read back like the frying pan thing, because I want to see if that, because the phrase is out of the frying pan into the fire.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that is a phrase, but I don't think.
It was like escaping a fire by jumping into a frying pan, smaller, hotter, and still no way out.
Yeah, that's the opposite. That's not the phrase. The phrase is out of the frying pan into the fire.
Oh, that makes sense because you're being cooked in the fire.
Yeah, you're being cooked and you jump out and So from one place to a worse place.
But Torreon is a smaller city than Juarez, so smaller, hotter, and no way out.
Okay, I see what he was doing.
But isn't there more of a way out of the frying pan than the fire?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, none of this works.
No matter how you put it.
Yeah, that's a backwards analogy.
In my teenage mind, Europe was basically the promised land where people drank coffee at cafes all day, reading French newspapers. It turned out that opportunity to live out in my European dreams could never be found. I mentioned that when I went to learn about the au pair program, I asked about Europe because if you speak English and Spanish, so I could work in Spain, England, or the United States. And I would rather not go to the United States because we lived by the border for a long time. So like I was familiar. I was like, been there than that. But then they told me that the visa for Europe would be way more work. So I was like, fuck it. If it's easier, I'll just go to the United States.
And that's how you got to the United States.
The way you phrase it is like my European dreams. Like I was just trying to travel, bro. Chill.
Just the path of least resistance.
It was just easier. It's a lot. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you just got to perform it, and then maybe they'll see. And even if they don't see, what are they going to do? They can't completely change course.
Yeah, I guess.
I feel like the crowd is going to get it, and that's all that really matters.
That was also a thing he said. He was like, well, I know my crowds. It's new people every time. But
yeah,
I know my crowds. They like to cry.
Yeah, the crowd will get it, and it'll be fine.
Yeah, if I was like, I should have been like, is it white people? I got this. It's probably white people.
Hold my drink.
It's Portland.
I got this.
Do this every night. Anyway, I'll stop ranting about that.
All right. So I'm doing a improv show tonight.
Your baby's first improv show.
Baby's first improv, but it's not really okay. So
you don't have to do any.
So how the show is structured is,
what's the show called?
The Big One. I'm not really sure why.
They improvise that name.
They're like, what do we call this?
It's
the Big
a
One?
lot of people are in it. That's why I didn't recognize any of the people in the flyer. They're not comics.
Yeah, they are comics.
Oh.
They're improvisers.
The mics are still working. They just took a very long pause.
Yeah,
they're not stand-ups.
They're not stand-ups. Yeah. So how I did this was I was on a stand-up show like a week before at Kickstand Comedy. And one of the people who runs the place, he wasn't there that night, but apparently he heard that I did well, I guess. I don't know. But he contacted me and said, hey, do you want to do this show? And then he just, explained to me, everything that was going on. So basically, I'm going to be up there. The crowd is just going to ask, they're going to give me some type of suggestion, some idea. Like they're going to give me some words, and then I just have to tell a story about a true story, made up story, I guess, about whatever that they say.
Based on those words?
Yeah. But
so you are doing improv.
But it doesn't have to be funny or even have an arc, really. It's just
Stop with the arc. Don't bring that up. Very sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just there. The crowd is going to give me some type of word or a couple of words, and then I'm just going to tell some story about my life or something. And then that's when all the improvisers, I'm going to leave the stage. The improvisers get on, and then they act out whatever it is, and then they do it. And then I think we're going to do that 2, maybe 3 times.
One of them's going to pretend to be you. One of them will pretend to be your mom. And then the other one will be the fried chicken. And for people who don't know, I'm not being racist. There's an actual joke that you have about that. Oh, God.
I do have a joke that involves fried chicken.
And your mother.
And my mother.
Now when you go up there and somebody's like, dinner, you're going to have a really hard time not thinking about that one.
Yeah.
So I put it in your head.
I'm just going to tell that, and then they're going to have to, I'm going to say something like super specific, only black people do. I'm going to say it in a black scent.
Yeah.
I'm going to
bring it.
I'm going to talk about
like, damn it, Lee, we picked you because you don't do that.
I was going to do the blackest thing possible, and then like all these white improvisers.
That joke includes the N-word twice.
Yeah.
And then
joke I'm going to tell a story that just uses the N-word so many times.
And the improvisers get on stage all embarrassed and afraid.
You're going to be so scared.
So we're going to give you your money back. We're going to have to cancel the show because Lee's an asshole.
But yeah, that would be fun.
For you.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all. I don't know. It sounds like it'll be fun. Like a lot of the pressure isn't on me to improvise anything. I just have to go up there and
get to witness,
tell a story, and then
your story come alive.
Yeah. And you're doing 2 you're doing 2 shows tonight.
2 more shows.
I'm doing. My show is right in between the 2. So
it's pronounced betwixt
the 2.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
So I'm gonna run down the street. It's just 1 block.
Just 1 block away.
Incredibly windy. It's at 8:30.
Yeah.
So I go on stage at 7 to 7:15 or whatever. Then I run down the block to come see your show.
Yeah, sometime
back up again for 9:30.
Yeah,
plenty of time. Nothing can go wrong. I'm gonna have to blog this.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. So that's our night, and I think we did it.
We did it last night. We'll do it tonight. We'll do it every day.
Yeah, we're doing this. I mean, the
Killing
podcast.
Oh,
we're doing.
right.
I'm talking about the podcast.
Right.
I mean,
I was talking about the comedy
we
shows.
are doing it.
Cut. That's right. You are the offender and the person who's in charge of the podcast. Cut. Dang it. Anyway, we'll see you next time.
All right. Thanks for listening to Anxiety Twins. My name is Lee H. Tillman.
Andrea Menchaca.
And we'll see you next time. Hear you next time. Well, not hear you, but
Bye.
we'll all the things. Bye.
Type politics.
Bye, guys.